doing a lot of B acts at the time, and where we would open shows for known performers, and we were getting our chance to, get our music out by just being an opening act. So we played the first hour, sort of a warm-up act, and then the headliners would come on. So we did a lot of that early on, and that was a lot of fun. So, we got to meet a lot of people, a lot of really famous people, and rub elbows with them, and listen to their stories, which I really enjoyed, because it was really, everybody had a story. It was great.
Yeah. Well, you stayed at the Bavarian Village up there in Tahoe?
Yeah, we stayed at the Village. There were a bunch of condos where all of the Harris people stayed. When we played at Sahara, we stayed in the hotel. But when we played at Harris, we stayed out at the Village. And the Village, all the entertainers would stay out there. So we were all just kind of one big happy family. We'd go around and visit everybody and, wake everybody up in the morning when we get up. It was fun. We got to spend a lot of time together. That's where we lived. And in the wintertime, it was snowing, so it was up on a bit of a hill, so we had a hard time getting our trucks and vans up and down the hills because we didn't have our chains on. So it was fun. But in the summertime, it was great because they had a pool, and we got to, got to relax, and we got away a little bit away from the casino scene.
Mm-hmm. No, okay. Just want to let you know at the end of the rocket, when it finally decided that you were going to leave, was it because of the lack of work, or was it because you needed to just move on?
No, we had work. We were working, but our club situation had dwindled down into some of the lesser-known clubs, and we weren't getting the kind of gravy gigs that we been getting 2 or 3 years before that. And I think part of that was because we were beginning to age. I was 33, and the other guys, Marty, I think, was like 31, and we were not young guys anymore. We just didn't have that young spark. I mean, we still had a chance to do more gigs, but I had done it for 13 years straight, and I really needed to step away from it. So when Ross broke his leg, and that's what happened. He broke his leg doing some work on his house. And when he called me, I realized at that time it was time for me to go too. So unfortunately, I had to inform Marty and Jeff that I was gonna move on, and I did. I didn't play music again for about 10 years. I just literally put it down, which was sad because I loved it so much, but it had become almost drudgery going to work every day and playing the songs, and it became more hard work than it was fun. So when it was fun, it was really fun. It was a lot of fun. So that's what happened at the end, is we just kind of splintered apart, and Marty and Jeff went off to join another band, and I just quit playing music and went out and got my never to have day job. So I had to go do that.
Yeah, well, it happens. So, also, I want to include at the end here we got some lost members here of Doug Dill and Marty Gaskins, and
right.
Can you tell me their contribution to the band and a bit about them?
Well, Doug, of course, had been with us for a number of years, and he was a really good guitar player. I can tell you that right now. I really missed him when he left our group. I missed his ability to. He was the most musical of all of us. He actually understood music better than the rest of us. He would listen to a part, on a record and be able to play it almost instantaneously. He heard all the chords, all the changes, all the keys, everything. He was able to do it better than any of us. And we relied on him when we got a new song and said, hey, we need to learn this song. He would just take a few minutes and just go through the 45, and then he'd say, okay, I got it, let me show it to you. So and then he'd show us the rest. The chords we couldn't figure out, he would explain it to us. So he was very good at that. And I missed him when he left. And Marty, of course, was a lot of fun. He was a really good friend of mine. I'm really so sad what happened to him. And he was a good bass player. He played bass really well, and he sang too. And we all sang. And him a lot too. And when that whole thing fell apart, I didn't get to talk to him for a while. So, or Doug, I didn't get to talk to either of them for quite a while. In fact, I didn't get to talk to Doug ever again. I saw Marty a couple times, but Doug, unfortunately, I don't know, went another way, and I missed him. So that's that.
Yeah, it's too bad that they both, died so young. And they didn't, 96 for Marty and 99 for Doug. So that's
too young to go. That's a shame.
But I talked with the other people that I've interviewed too, and you think it's a part of you when you did play music, when you were in music. You said you enjoyed the camaraderie too, and being out of the music and not finding something for themselves. That's probably a pretty tough thing to do, for them.
Yeah.
Because you're riding high, and then all of a sudden you're just a regular working person.
That's right. It's a big change in your life. When you just become one of the working class stiffs and go out to work every day, get up early in the morning like everybody else. Marty and we'd all sleep in till 10, 11 in the morning every day because we had to work till 2 at night. So, in order to balance that out, you had to, we come home and you might eat something or you might do something, and you go to bed at about 3 or 3:30, and, you get up at 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, sometimes later. We were working at Tahoe and stuff. We wouldn't finish our last show until like 3 in the morning. So, sometimes we didn't get to bed till 5 o'clock. So, the sun would come up and, we'd be just going to bed. But yeah, the whole thing was this cultural shift for all of us when we had to go out and do other things. I don't even know what Doug ended up doing after he left our group. I have no idea. I wish I could figure that out. Maybe Chet could tell me about that. But I didn't have any contact with him, so I didn't know, and I didn't even know that he had passed away until Ross had told me that at that point in '99 that he had passed on. So I was so sad to hear that.
Yeah, that's not what you want. Also, this last question I'll ask you: what has happened to you since on your feeling about all this happening, this new project, and here, reliving the music again?
I'm really happy about it. I'm glad it's got a chance to go out into a new audience, and in some ways even go back to some of the audience that we had earlier, and they can revisit some of the things that we did. I really appreciate the effort that's gone into it, and I'm wholeheartedly appreciative of it. It's good to hear the music again. It's good to hear it revised and revamped, and it sounds good. It's definitely workable, and enjoy listening to it. And I've had several people comment to me that they really enjoy having it on YouTube, and they feel it's really good to get out there. And I'm hoping more and more fans can find it and get involved. It's great. Really appreciate it.
Oh well, it's exciting for me too to have this kind of reaction. It's had a really good reaction to.
We appreciate all your effort. You're doing a great job.
I appreciate that.
You're production manager now. You know that.
Yes, I know. Yeah, thank you very much. Also, I'd like to thank you for your time and doing this for everybody, because it's for the site, and everybody will get to know these players that are still around for Rocket, and Rocket's rocking again. So
thank you, Mark. I really appreciate it. It's good to talk to you.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dan.
Bye-bye.